And welcome back to another midweek magic event. This week we got slow start. Basically, going first is always such a treat. So basically, if you go first, you're gonna have to your first land comes untapped. Basically, straight up. Just you know, uh, let's see how it goes. So the event is alchemy, or the format is alchemy. I don't have an alchemy deck. This was basically, yeah, I kind of just put some rando stuff in here, but this was for Pauper, Pauper Standard. Heir Apparent is banned in Pauper Standard, so was not going to go that route. I decided to go mono black, and I threw mono black discard, and I threw just a bunch of random stuff. I'll link again, this is just stuff that I own, right? Like I have two of these. I don't have a full playset. I have four of these, four of these, four of these, four of these. Oh yeah, I have three blood ghasts, right? And I have one cruel claw heist. So don't like you don't have to copy me. I just kind of threw whatever. You might have a standard deck. You can play your standard deck and you'll be fine. I just like playing mono black, and it's for one of my challenges as well. So I was like, I'm gonna play mono black. So that's why I'm playing this, not because it's good or I recommend it, just because I own the cards and I say let's go for it. So just wanted to throw that out there. But let's see. Again, alchemy, not my cup of tea, but it's a thing. People play it, not me. Other people do. I go first. I'll keep this. I will. Oh wait, is Liliana in standard? No, that's Dominaria. I think that rotated out. Never mind. I have Liliana still in standard. That's dope. But I don't think they are. Okay. Dropping land. Comes in tapped. That's the kicker. Hey, theirs comes in tapped too. Black white. Alright, well we'll do this. We'll do this. Let's see what they got. They don't have any exile target creature if it had mana. 3 less, okay. Flying Vigilance. Exile, flying whenever another creature you control. Okay. Guess we'll get rid of this one. Get rid of removal. Because we have removal, not worried about removal, you know? Okay. So this is fine. This is fine. One. We'll play the Bloodghast. And then we'll play the Hopeless Nightmare. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. What you got? Ah, got rid of the swamp. Got it. Must have another land in here. Okay. Ooh, Screaming Phantom. Attacks Millikar. Alright, alright. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, what? 3 mana? Additional cost. I'm going to feed the swarm this. Kill that. Swing. We'll end it there. We got the Bitter Triumph if we need to use it. 4 mana. They play the 4-drop. I'm killing it. But they can get their other removal. They're in a little of trying to figure out, like, do I aim to get my removal back? Do I play my 4? Ah, they're playing their 4 mana. Okay. That's fine. We'll pay 3 life. Kill this. Yes. Okay. I think we're gonna just go for it. Blam. Make him discard a card. Ah, okay. Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna swing for 3. Alrighty. So they can exile. Yep, getting rid of that. All right, all right. Getting that back into hand. Travail 2. All right. So we're going to play this. Make him discard another card. What are they going to get rid of? I mean, yeah. I don't know what their third card is. But keeping the removal gets rid of the Bloodghast. Ah, yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to do this. So they can... Alright. Hit it for 2. They play the land. So we're going to draw a card for sure. Because this... Alright, they're playing that. Alright. So we're drawing a card. Interesting. I know Duress isn't... Actually... Get rid of that. I don't know if I want to get rid of the Deep Cavern. I don't know if I want to play it yet. Yeah, well, we'll know tax, obviously. Being investigation once. Oh, I should have just not. Okay, got it. Playing that, got it. Should have read the card. So I could have played the Deep Cavern. They wouldn't have investigated. Flying Vigilance, got it. Not much I can do about that. Activate. We'll scry. See what we got. Ooh. That would be... They both are good. But... Bandit's Talent is... Because... That might win me the game, I think? Maybe? Let's just go with that. We'll do Bandit's Talent up first. I hope they crack. Okay. Amazing. Play this. It's fine. Make sure they lose 2. And then we'll do this. Please. Ooh. Heck yeah. So each player loses 4 life. Yep, I win next turn for sure. Well, no attacks. They have to deal 14 damage to us in 1 turn. Let's see that happening. Each opponent who has more cards in hand than you. I do not. I have 1. Each opponent. Yeah, they lose, so they're down to 1. Yeah, I have multiple ways to win. Ow. Nice. Okay. 2/1 counters. That one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We got the win. We got the win. They're just playing spells at this point. Owie. Yeah. I want to play spells too. Okay. That's fine. We'll take the win. Nah, I should have filled my cup of water. I'm thirsty. All right. Claim this. Claim our reward. We get a mythic. The Aether Spark. Okay, as long as Aether Spark is attached to a creature. Oh, yeah. Equipment, Planeswalker. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, interesting card. Not my cup of tea. Not my thing. I don't know. It's an interesting card. I just don't think I would, go crazy for it. It's probably a good card. I don't know. There's a few cards that I saw in Aether Spark that I was like, oh, these look like they're probably good. AlanV the Virtuous, huh? What's up? I go first. Oh, we'll keep. We got blood gas. We got removal. We got bandit's talent. Yeah, I wait for bandit's talent. See, I don't like that they get to play things first. This is very, very rude. That's fine. I'm just gonna blood gas and go from there. They're gonna see that and they're gonna be like, "Whoa, hold on, time out. Blood gas? Excuse me?" Won't even see it coming, you know? Yeah, let's ruthless negotiation. See what happens. Swing for 2. We'll end turn. What is this? During each other. Oh. 2 mana, 3. Playing target opponent reveals each non-land card in their hand. You choose one of them. That card doesn't. Okay. Trigger. I'm gonna kill it. Bring it on. So it's gonna cost when you spell each opponent draws a card and gains 2 life. That's fine. Do it. Do it. Ooh. Okay. I will ban its talent. Make him discard a card. Yep. Swing for 2. We're getting there. We're getting there. If we can get another land. Oof. Ooh. Well, we're gonna duress for sure. Let me see your hand. Oh. All right. Well. That's okay. Oh, please. No. Let it be land. Ha. That's fine. We'll play this. Make him discard a card. The land, obviously. There we go. Now they're losing 4 life every turn. Plus the 2 from Bloodghast. Ugh. Yeah, they're definitely in a pickle. Boom. Ha ha. Victory. We'll take the win. Also, please don't take my wins as like, I need to build this deck. I need to use every card that Harry used. No, I'm not like a fantastic deck builder. Ooh, another mythic. Nice. Moonshaker Cavalry. Cool. This is a good finisher in Brawl or Commander. So, nice. Not bad, not bad. This deck. I'll go through the thought process of my deck building real quick, okay? I said I want mono black, right? Because of the challenge, right? I don't even know if I finished the challenge or not. I want mono black. And first thing I saw was like stab, and I was like, oh wait, no. Hopeless Nightmare. I'm like, I like Hopeless Nightmare. So I kept going, and then I saw stab, and I was like, okay, I'm putting stab in there because I like removal. And then I saw Bandit's Talent. I was like, let me come back to this. Let me see what else is on there. Saw Bitter Triumph. And then I saw Deep Cavern Bat, and I was like, oh, that's still in standard? And I was like, you know what? Discard might be a thing. Got Deep Cavern Bat. Then I saw Feed the Sworn, more removal. I saw Bloodghast. I was like, hey, I loved playing 8-rack in Modern. Bloodghast used to be a card in there. Let's go with Bloodghast. Then I saw Cruel Claws Heist, and I was like, that's a discard spell. I know how that card works. I got Gatekeeper of Malakir, and I was like, absolutely, I love that card. And so then I went back and I got Ruthless Negotiation, Duress, and then Hopeless Nightmare. And that was the 60 cards. I think I cut back 2 lands because I was like, there's not a lot of lands here. Or not a lot of mana that needs to be done. So that was the thought process, right? It wasn't very strategic. It was just straight up, I need to run mono black. I'm gonna run removal to kill things. And then I saw that Deep Cavern Bat was still in the um, in or is legal in alchemy, and I was like, oh, perfect. Then we'll throw this and we'll go discard. That was a thought process. It's not this crazy thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I purposely only put 2 ruthless negotiations. No, that was just it. Just happened that I owned only 2. Genuine Bloodghast, I only owned 3. I would have gone 4. Same with Cruel Claws Heist. I happen to only own 1, and that's fine. Like I always say, when it comes to these formats, always try to save your wild cards for decks you want to play. Okay. And so I always recommend when it comes to the formats that you don't play, like for me with Alchemy, I would have the 2 best decks to build, probably the most consistent decks that you can build. Number 1, mono red. Mono red will always most likely get you wins. Burn is hard to stop if your opponents aren't ready. They won't stop you, and you'll win quickly. The second one would be life gain to stop the mono red decks, because once they run out of gas and they just don't have answers to how much life you've gained, you win. They'll just concede. Sometimes they'll see like your first creature that gains life, like, I don't want to deal with this, and concede immediately and move on to the next one. So those are the top 2 decks that I always recommend, because they usually get the job done. And again, they're not guaranteed. They have like the highest success rate for the most part from what I've gathered, and they're the easiest to build. Most of the cards are uncommon and common. Not all of them are rares. If you have some rares, they're great, cool, put them in there, but don't go too crazy about it, and that's the most important part. Not investing wild cards into decks you're only playing for an event one time. Again, with this deck, this is a type of deck that I usually aim for, because it's what I like to play. Control. And it is removal. Having removal, whether it's card discard or just removal things, is very good. People are playing creatures, you just kill them. They play more creatures, you keep killing them, and eventually they have no answers, or they run out of cards, and maybe you have some beaters like Bloodghast or something, and you win, right? Like my go-tos were Bloodghast and Bandit's Talent, right? They lose life at their upkeep. They lose 2 life every upkeep, just forcing them to discard and whatnot. It is a thing, and it highly, that's what got me the win. Like I said, I was a huge fan of a deck called 8 Rack back in the day in Modern, and it's not really a thing anymore because of power creep. But I know how this deck is supposed to be played, and that's why I knew what I needed to do when to do it. So again, don't feel like, oh, I'm going to build this deck because Harry had success with it. You have to know how to play your decks, or style of deck, and not use up wild cards. That's the number one thing that I always tell people. Don't use up your wild cards for, again, alchemy. I don't play alchemy. It's not my format. But, I build a deck for it because it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, I want to play the event, and I'm just using cards I own. If you already play alchemy, you have a deck already built. Just play the deck you already have built. If you play standard, because alchemy is basically standard legal, you can play your standard deck. And again, number 1 recommendation is mono red burn. Number 2 is white, life gain. It could be white green, white black, whatever. Some form of life gain to prevent your mono red players to beat you, right? And then number 3 would be some form of control with a bunch of removal, board wipes, counter spells, discard, you name it. That'll be like the next best thing to play. Just because again, this is a casual format, and people are just not going to be ready to play against control. Not everyone, sorry. Most people won't be ready to play against control. Some veteran players most likely will be, and you will lose. So I got lucky not to play against a better decks or better players. I don't know the person I played against, so they could have been good players, but they're playing whatever they owned and just got mana screwed or whatever, or I just had the counter to the deck. This is Magic. It happens. I just don't want you to invest into this deck and use up wild cards. That's why I kind of want to explain my thought process and why I do things and my advice and why I'm giving out the advice that I do. I just don't want you to use up wild cards to build a deck that you might not know how to play or have bad luck, and you'd be like, man, Harry, like this deck sucked. I lost like 8 games in a row, kind of thing, right? And I apologize if that happens, but you know, I told you so. don't just build it because it worked for me. And that's it. So remember, the event is slow start. So if you go first, the land will come in tapped. And it's alchemy. The format is alchemy. If you don't know what alchemy is, it's basically standard, but with less sets. So not, I don't know how to explain it. It's just less sets. And they have the arena only cards in it. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. I know I kind of went on a rant and a ramble at the end. It's what I do. But thanks for hearing me out. If you've gone this far, if you enjoy the video, please leave a like. If you enjoy my content overall, please subscribe. I'll catch everyone next time. Bye bye.